You belong to cultured community, people who are compassionate. In all situations, they bring good feelings, good qualities. But there's only one defect. Under difficult situations, under great provocations, they lose their goodness. How much will they lose? They don't know it. Om Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopa karot tam pravaram muninam Patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. I offer adorations to the best of sages, says Patanjali, who gave to the world the scripture of yoga for purifying the chitta, the mind stuff. He gave also the scripture of Ayurvedic medicine, Vitarka, for purifying the body. And he gave scripture of grammar for purifying the tongue. No, not that type of purifications. Speech, not the physical tongue. The ideal has been presented that you live your life, you want to make the best of your life. This should be your picture. This is the way your ideal must be. The mind stuff, which is your whole source of your personality, that must be purified. And speech is very next to your mind. You can't show your mind, but you can bring to, you show your speech. Tongue flickers up fast. So, your goodness, your graciousness, your culture expresses through the tongue easily. To be grammatical and having perfect language implies to have simplicity, have the ability to have profound thought, and you have to have control over a language that can express it to the best possible. Language is very weak, little. It's just like a bullock cart. Wisdom is of tons of weight. You are highly literary, you create a language that creaks. The inspired writings are like that. You see the language, but the language is shaking. Something profound is behind it. That's what you enjoy in poems and great literary writings of Shakespeare and other great personalities. All Hindu scriptures are profound, is writings of inspiration and very practical. Your body. Body is the instrument, is the basis for your evolving a day-to-day life. You can't trust your body to stay on in a particular sadhana, in a particular type of project of discipline. Then you have weakness. You have to bring your body and your mind together so that you know that now if you have presented a project, you are going to follow it. This is an ideal. All the ideals don't come in so quickly, but that's what you go on working for it. I'm coming into the sutras. 17th sutra. The topic is very profound, because that's the style of the scriptural literature, the highest summary of all teaching is given in the first chapter. And then it is elaborated in the second, third, and fourth. So therefore, the essence of all yogic insight is being given in the very first chapter. 17th Sutra, I have already talked about it, and I will reiterate because of its importance. Vitarka, vichara, ananda, asmita, rupa, anugamat, samprajnata. This is chapter 1, Sutra number 17. Talking about Samprajnata Samadhi. Samprajnata means samadhi that is still involved with the illusion of the vrittis, thought waves. It is lower samadhi. To put things in perspective, try to bring to your mind 5 states of the chitta. Chitta is mind. Mind in its all totality. When you say mind, you are imagining, thinking, planning, doubting, all that happens through your conscious mind. Then another aspect of your mind, intellect, evaluates, rationalizes. Ego doesn't care for evaluating, etc. It waits for the intellect. And sometimes outsteps the intellect. Ego simply says, I like it. Intellect says, that's good for you. But that's the description of disorganized personality. You begin your life disorganized. Most of people, not all. So 5 states of the chitta. First I was explaining the chitta. Chitta is mind stuff. Your unconscious goes on holding impressions. Your subconscious brings some impressions very close to your conscious mind. Those impressions subconscious are called vasana, subtle desires. But for easy understanding, subconscious, unconscious all group in one level. What is beyond your conscious mind? What is within the range of your conscious mind is manas, mind that is picking up all perceptions. Intellect that is rationalizing, evaluating. An ego that is asserting, this is mine, this is me, this is mine. All this go together in your mind constantly. Your vrittis, thought waves, are a result of all these functions. They aim at 5 points. Pramana, your thought waves, you are trying to grab what is real. Firstly, real term, you don't know what it is. But through the conditioned mind, the mind has already certain understanding of real and unreal. So I'm talking about the practical world. To see things that are recognized by others in a right way. To see a rope as a rope, not as a snake. That's called pramana, the right perception. The right perception can come also through scriptural knowledge, through inference. You see smoke, you know fire and smoke, they are always together. So most of the studies of science are based on inference. And that inferential knowledge is very profound. So all that comes under pramana, the real. Then you have viparya, wrong knowledge. Instead of seeing a rope as a rope, you see a snake there. Then there is vikalpa, another type of mentation, imagination. Even though there is no rope and no snake. You see snakes everywhere. Vikalpa takes a bigger flight. Then the function of the mind, that is smriti. You are recollecting. The function of the mind, which is nidra, sleep. When you don't recollect anything, all your recollections, all your practical knowledge gets drowned. These vrittis, the manner in which you handle them in your day-to-day life, that evolves type of mind that you live with. Mind, I'm implying the whole mental process. And profound study brings 5 classifications. The lowest level of that mind is called Mudha, dull. If mind is pressured by very dull intellect doesn't have any strength in it. There's no clear reasoning. And constant impressions of anger, hate, greed are constantly tossed by stress, fear. And your mind has gone on evolving on that basis. You're looking at a lake that has lots of sediments that go on creating mud. That's called Mudha state. If at all anything grows there, is lots of leeches and lots of worms. It's an abnormal state. At the same time, everyone holds these different states in different degrees. The ability to be abnormal should be there in every individual. As long as you can spring out of it. But when you can't spring out of it, that's where you have to work upon. That's something extremely negative. Then there is kshipta state, mind that is constantly running in different directions. You cannot hold it. Kshipta state is much better than Mudha state. Mudha state, a person may look like very peaceful. It's a buddhu. Simpleton. The difference between buddhu and Buddha. Buddha is a light. But buddhu looks like Buddha. So in kshipta state, you are showing off, good and bad. In vikshipta level, come to what people describe it as cultured state of mind. You belong to cultured community, people who are compassionate. In all situations, they bring good feelings, good qualities. But there's only one defect. Under difficult situations, under great provocations, they lose their goodness. How much will they lose? They don't know it. You are not under your control. That's called vikshipta level. So vikshipta level doesn't give you security. You never know what's going to happen to you, to people around you. How situations will impact your mind. Then you are coming up till this state. It is not, you are not yogi in a profound, in a more precise sense. But now the moment you begin to move beyond vikshipta and enter into ekagrata, allowing the mind to have a sustained flow with good precision, continuity, clarity, what's described as one-pointedness, not to be many-pointed. When you have goal in view, your mind should be able to focus and leave everything aside. If this state is perfected, or while you are perfecting it, you experience lower samadhi, that you have placed your feet into a different dimension. All this time you are aware of your mind that is very closely knitted with your nervous system. So beyond your nervous system, your mind has not given you any higher dimension. But when you begin to recognize that mind is not based on nervous system like electrical wirings, and mind is flowing through it. Therefore, your soul has the capacity to draw from the mind amazing strength that the nervous system can't bear. That potentiality lies in everyone. To get insight into that potentiality is opening into samadhi level, superconscious. All the time you are normal conscious. But now you are stepping beyond the normal boundaries of your consciousness. It happens automatically with people when they have developed a good personality and working upon wonderful qualities, devotion to God. Suddenly flashes of this experience come natural. Therefore, everyone believes in receiving blessings. Everyone expects someone to say, I will remember you, I'm going to pray for you. Scientifically, you don't know how it is going to work. But it's instinctive. There is something in you that can touch the heart of others. But I will not go into that detail. This Ekagrata state, that is where we come to study of samadhi. The last time I spoke about 4 types of lower samadhi. The first state of this samadhi is called Vitarka. Vitarka means mind is handling good thoughts, positive thoughts, as well as negative thoughts. And is trying to manipulate both types, positive and negative. While you are in this state, it's called Vitarka level. Mind doesn't have come to a precise understanding. Next level is called vichara. All these will be explained later with more detail. There is Vitarka, Savitarka Samadhi, Nirvitarka Samadhi. I will not go into details now. The Vitarka simply means the mind trying to handle positive, negative. And that in itself is an attainment. That you are seeing the two, and you are trying to make a choice. Vichara level, your reason has become clearer. So you will always move towards positive. And your mind begins to empty itself of erroneous concepts, of illusions, holding on to illusions. Asad vichara moves away gradually. Asad means that which is not real. Asato ma sadgamaya. From unreal lead me to the real. That's Sanskrit prayer. A mind is constantly involved with lots of asat, things that have no impact upon you. They are not real. Things about others which are not real either. And the mind is so engrossed that it leads itself to Mudha level. Dull with whole day has passed, nothing is accomplished. The vichara level is now you are in a very cultured state of mind. And always you are very experienced, mature, can guide people. This leads you to asmita level. You are moving deeper into your source. For majority of people, when they think of what is my source, who am I, the mind handles the question and just shakes it off. I know myself. I know when I was born. I have my identity, I have my picture and all that. I know it. This is what I am. But if you are going deeper, profoundly trying to understand, you realize that I am awareness. To give you a simple illustration, in a jar there is water. The sun is reflected in that water. The reflected sun is asking the question, who am I? And the answer is not in the jar, not in the water. Answer requires a subjective introversion. How can the reflected sun walk out of the jar and follow the straight line to the sun? That's again, I'm giving a simile. Your ego, awareness, shines with the light of self. Therefore, people become amazingly active, dynamic when it comes to their ego. If you have reached this level of asmita state, and you didn't go any further, this state has a risk. The risk is you have exaggerated view of yourself, like Hitler type. Hitler was not wrong. I am in you. He's Brahman. But it should not become identified with ego. It should not create in you superiority. But since that enlightenment has not come, and you are at ego level, come to discover you have resources beyond your imagination. Even ordinary resources, you win a lottery and ego becomes inflated. And here you have come to recognize resources that are in the terms of eternity, limitless. Resources of all psychic powers are there in human personality, in your soul. And therefore, the risk is if your mind goes after siddhis, let me therefore acquire a particular power. The power to know what others are thinking. It's a good power. The power what others are cooking in their houses. People are proud. See, I didn't go to your house, but I know what you are cooking. Say, how did you have that intuition? I'm talking about the joking way. But there are immense powers that are possible. Technology is an extension of mental power. How minds of scientists, research scholars, how they were able to discover the laws underlying subtle elements, how they are able to tap that energy, create technical devices. All this is a mental extension. You can use your mind even without using technical objects. That level is not easy for the masses to understand. And yet in every religion you have descriptions, stories of sages, saints with amazing power of knowledge and forecast. So, yogis consciously pursue certain siddhi. Having attained it, if they are using the siddhi for the good of others, it will purify their heart, let him move ahead. But if it does not, it stays inflating the ego, then a person can become into a demoniac personality. Therefore, all demons in all over the religions have amazing powers. Satan had a lot of power. They put Jesus up on the and asked him to jump. He said, I will hold you. You jump. I'm not going into details. Ravana had amazing powers. But now, stepping in the positive path, if you have attained the ananda level and you are able to see what's beyond your ego, amazing, enormous expansion, immediately you allow your ego to become transparent through devotion, surrender to God, and you step beyond the ego level. This particular level I was describing is called ananda, bliss. Not bliss of a highest nature, joyousness. When you discover you have so much possibility, tremendous joy comes to your mind. But your ego is creating a restriction in it. And now you have stepped up to the very level from where ego arises. And there is only a very thin wall separating you from this level to the cosmic I am. This level is the highest of your lower samadhi. At the very source of your ego, you are enjoying the melody, I am that am I. Soham asmi. I'm not this personality, I'm not the mind. Who is saying it? It's the level of the ego that is expressing it. It's like a cloud that has allowed light to pass through. In the beginning, the cloud was very excited about it, proud about it, conceited about it. But as time passed, the cloud realizes, if this light were to pass more and more, I will be more and more glamorous. Mm-hmm. The mind goes to another level. Who cares? Glamorous or not, I'm shining. Other clouds tell it, if you do like that, you will not be there. He says, I don't care. I will shine and shine and allow myself to, I will outshine myself. I will allow the whole cloud formation to dissolve. So that's when, from asmita level, you are moving into Asamprajnata Samadhi. That's the highest. If you hold on to that, you attain the enlightenment. So Vitarka level, mind with confusion. Vichara level, mind using vichara, vivek, discriminative intellect. Ananda level, mind has come to a state where it has come to the plane of the ego without the complications, without the worldly values. I'm talking in a relative sense. And asmita has come to the very root of the ego. So you are stepping into the cosmic expansion. As long as you have not stepped into the cosmic, macrocosmic level, you are in savikalp samadhi or samprajnata samadhi, lower samadhi. Now we are coming to the 18th sutra. Virama-pratyaya abhyasa purva samskara sheshonya. See, that's all the Patanjali Maharaj what she had to say about the highest samadhi. Asamprajnata Samadhi is that of which Virama-pratyaya is the preceding state and samskara shesha is the succeeding state. It comes like an elephant, something preceding it, something succeeding it. Virama-pratyaya. Pratyaya term means perceptions. All your perceptions imply thought waves. All your experiences are in the terms of pratyayas. In waking state, you experience two types of pratyaya: existence of things and non-existence of things. Existence of things is called bhava-pratyaya. Non-existence called abhava-pratyaya. In sleep, the entire sleep process is backed up by your thought wave. And what you are experiencing, abhava-pratyaya, absence. Pratyaya realm is a realm of maya. For easy understanding, think of a cinema show. Whatever you are seeing on the screen is created by projections. Pratyayas are projections. So projections create the illusion that there is a big palace. They create the illusion the palace has been demolished. It is, it isn't. Something exists, something doesn't exist. It also creates the illusion it is a daytime. It creates the illusion it is night. No one is there. You don't realize. When you say there is nothing do I experience, it is again created by the illusion of projections. So human being is trapped in such a way that in waking state you are dealing with illusions, in dream state you are dealing with it. In sleep you think that at least I am not out of it. You are not. In sleep state, all your illusions have shrunk up and become one mass of ignorance. It's only through enlightenment that you begin to realize, oh, I have been watching the cinema show. The screen has been the only thing before my eyes. And that screen didn't do anything. It's the same. Rains came and torrential storms came and went, and screen has not been touched by it. Comedy and pathetic dramas have been shown and the screen remains untorn. So is consciousness. How can you switch your attention from the world of projections which your mind is constantly creating to the world of coming to the screen? That's called samadhi. When the first movement starts in your mind, it's a lower samadhi. You have not fully understood the screen, but somehow you have started understanding that you have to get out of this illusion created by bhava-pratyaya and abhava-pratyaya. Perceptions of existence, perceptions of non-existence. What you need is absence of perceptions. Samadhi opens the door to absence of perceptions, absence of vrittis. Therefore, whatever you are seeing becomes more and more transparent. Screen outshines all that you are seeing. That takes its own steps, ascending steps. Now, think of a state where you have come to the grip of realizing that all this is illusion, all projections. And a movement has started to tick off the entire projected illusion. This is called Virama-pratyaya. You say Ram, Ram. Stop it. Viram. Special stoppage. No more. That's the preceding stage. Big elephant is coming, and this is a preceding state. The mind that has set upon Viram. No more, I'm not interested. All that you experience from Brahmaloka down to the blade of grass, they come in the range of mental thought waves. That's what Upanishad describes the world of pravritti. Now you have developed a sense of attaining nivritti. That then, this is the preceding state. There comes a swan shaking its wings, saying no to all pravritti, all illusions. Your attention now goes to the elephant, Asamprajnata. And then, as the elephant moves on, impressions gather of a different nature, impressions of opposing. Those impressions that bubble up, they're called outgoing impressions. Impressions that oppose the illusions. The term is used, Nirodha samskaras. So far you have been living with a mind that goes on creating impressions. Now you begin to live with a mind that has created impressions of opposing the whole process. It has created a neutralizer. And how do you recognize it? You had burden on your head before and you haven't feel the burden. You were worrying about all things and now you don't worry about it. You had a big involvement with past, present and future, and it has moved away. You felt you are nothing but the body, you always felt completely drowned in it, and now you don't feel that way. The whole world becomes like a tree and you are a bird flying far away. I'm giving you a different type of allegorical way of saying. The increasing absence of the negativity of your mind is a characteristic of the growing Nirodha samskaras. So I have explained the preceding state and the succeeding state. But as this procession goes on with the big elephant, with a swan giving the preceding state, and Viram giving the succeeding state, this whole phenomenon, the whole scene vanishes. There's nothing but absolute viram. All stops. Anything, all fun is gone. All fun came out of the self. You strip the sun of all that happens on the earth planet. Even think of just one day of that exercise. In one single day, how many things the sun created on this earth? Clouds, rainbows, all drops shining. Strip all this, the sun is not affected. And the sun is not depleted of its glory simply because we stripped all this. The self is stripped of all this world process, the enormous experience through your mind and senses, from life to life, through trillions of lives. Strip it all, and you are not losing anything. You are the sun. You are the screen light. That is called enlightenment. I think that's enough. Om Shanti.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.